Ishvaraha Paramaha Krishnaha Satchidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam. The Supreme Controller is Krishna. And there are more purport. Prabhupada is quoting also Bhagavad Gita, Mattaha Parataram Nanyat Kinchidasti, no one superior, no one equal, and like that. Myself, Mahendra, there is Indra, Nirrut, Varuna. No, Nirruti is some category or a name of a demigod. Prachetaha, the Varuna's controller of water. Somaha, the moon. Agni, is fire. Ishaha, Isha is Shiva. Pavanaha, air, in charge of air. Pavanasut, Hanuman. Virinchi, Brahma. Aditya, Vishwe, Vasavo. Atha Sadhya, Marudganaha. Rudraganaha, Sasiddhaha. Annecha ye Vishvasrajo. Amaresha, Bhragu, Adayo. Asprashta Rajas Tamaskaha. He's giving whole big list, but not complete, of course. That complete list would have 33 crore, 330 million demigods. He's saying, all of us. And Naviduhu, Sprashtamaya. We just don't know him fully well. And he says, some of us, Sattva Pradhanaha. Some of us demigods are predominantly in mode of goodness. But there are Upadevas, there are sub-demigods. And there are others. Upadevaha. We have difficulty understanding him. Api kim tato anyaha. Then what to speak of others? Even Sattva Pradhanas like myself and several others have difficulty understanding. We cannot na viduhu and ihitam, his activities, we can't understand. Sprashtramayaha. We just get bewildered and we just don't know him fully well. Yashantam na viduhu sura suragana devaya tasmai namaha. At the end of Bhagavatam says, that Lord who is glorified. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutastunvanti Divyaistavai. That Lord who is glorified by Brahma, Varuna, Indra, Rudra, Marutas Stunvanti. Praise him. Stunvanti Divyaistavai. Like Uttama Sloka. The choicest poetry, mantras, stutis, they employ, they use to glorify the Lord. Gayanti yam samaga. And then so many shastras, Vedas, Sangha Kramopanishadai, Gayanti yam samaga. And all the Vedas, Puranas, Upanishads, they all Gayanti. They're singing the glories of the Lord, chanting the glories of the Lord. This is second thing. Third thing is Dhyanavastita tadagatena manasa pashyantiyam yoginaha. And that Lord who is glorified by the demigods, that Lord who is glorified throughout all the scriptures, and that Lord whom the yogis are trying to capture within their heart or meditate upon him within their hearts. Dhyana avastita tadagatena manasa. Manasa pashyanti. With their minds, pashyanti, visualize. Or with their transcendental vision, they see him within the heart. So that Lord, yasya antam na viduhu. This kind of Lord, his anta, his end is not known to anybody. That is why he is known as Ananta. Ananta Shesh. He is unlimited. Yashantam, Yashantam na viduhu. Who do not know? Sura, Suraganaha. Of course, demons do not know, but even demigods do not know. Sura, Suragana na. jananti na viduhu. They do not know. So the same thing has been stated here by Maharaj, that we know him something, but we don't know him fully. And we are sattva pradhan, and what to speak of so many others, and what to speak of other demigods, and then what to speak of other human beings, and what to speak of Germans and Europeans, and all those people in Las Vegas. Even those in mode of goodness, like many demigods and great rishis described in these verses, cannot understand the activities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Srila Prabhupada further clarifies in the Prabhupada is quoting also Bhagavatam verse, O King Yudhishthira Maharaj, as stated by Bhishma Dev to Yudhishthira Maharaj in the first canto. O King, no one can know the plan of Lord Sri Krishna, even though the great philosophers inquire exhaustively, they are bewildered. 1.9.16. O King, no one can know the plan of Lord Krishna, even though great philosophers inquire exhaustively and discuss, they are still bewildered. And the next. Yam vaina gobhir manasa subhirva hrida gira vasubhrato vichakshate atmanamananta hridi santamatmanam chakshur yathaiva kruta tata padam. Translation. As the different limbs of the body cannot see the eyes, do they see? Different limbs of the body do not see the eyes. The living entity cannot see the Supreme Lord, who is situated as Super Soul in everyone's heart, not by the senses, by the mind, by the life air, by the thoughts within the heart, or by vibrations of the words can the living entities ascertain the real situation of the Supreme Lord. Although the different parts of the body do not have the power to see the eyes direct the movements of body's different parts. The legs move forward because the eyes see what is in the front of them, and the hand touches because the eyes see touchable entities. Similarly, every living being acts according to the direction of the Super Soul, who is situated within the heart. Eyes are directing all the wanderings of different limbs of the body. The hand is working, feet is working. Because eyes are directing, eyes are seeing. So likewise, living entities are like the limbs, and Lord is like the eyes. The Lord shows, and then living entity moves, makes move. Tasya atmatantrasya harir adhishituh parasya maya adhipatir mahatmana prayena duta ihavai manohara charanti tadrupa gunasvabhavaha. So now, after mentioning that Lord, Maharaj wants to say something about the Vishnu Dutas, because that was there. So Maharaj says, Tasya atmatantrasya harir adhishitu parasya maya adhipatir mahatmana. First of all, their boss, this Vishnu Duta's boss is just atmatantrasya. He is just independent, and there's no one above him, and he is just self-sufficient and fully independent, and he has power. Maya adhipati, he is adhipati of Maya, this whole cosmic creation, and like that. Harir adhi ishituhu, he is just controller of, master of everything, and he is and he is master of the illusory energy. He is Maha Atmanaha, he is Super Soul, Maha Atmanaha. Mahatma is living entity, but here Mahatmana is super soul, and these Vishnu Dutas that you inquired about, they are his Dutas. They are his people. They are his representatives. So certainly they also are independently powerful and Prayena Duta Yavai Manohara. They are very beautiful. My Lord is beautiful, so they are also beautiful. Like father, like son. If the father, parents are beautiful, then children are also beautiful. My Lord is beautiful, so his servants are beautiful. But you are not so beautiful. Look in the mirror. Charanti, and they are always wandering. These Dutas are always wandering, and they are empowered by such boss, such a Lord, Supreme Controller, independently powerful. Lord has empowered them, so his powers are also in them. So you are my representatives. I could only invest as much power as I have. My powers are limited, you understand now? Do you understand? My dear children, he addresses them as a putra elsewhere. So children, do you understand? So Vishnu Dutas, Vishnu is their boss, and I just described him. Shantam Naviduhu, there is no beginning, end, and even I can't understand him fully. They are his servants, representatives, and you are I'm limited. I have limited powers, so only that much power I could invest in you. And my Lord is Rupa Guna Swabhavaha. Lord with the form and qualities and activities. He's not impersonal, he's personality. Maharaj describing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Supreme Controller, was describing the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Supreme Controller. But the order carriers of Maharaj were very eager to know about the Vishnu Dutas, who had defeated them in their counter with Ajamil. Maharaj there stated that Vishnu Dutas resemble the Supreme Personality of Godhead in their bodily features, transcendental qualities and nature. They resemble, because Lord has a form, Lord has qualities, Lord has personality, beauty, so they resemble. Tad Rupam, Tad. Like Lord has, likewise his representatives also have similar qualities, beauty, personality, and power. Maharaj therefore stated that Vishnu Dutas resemble the Supreme Personality of Godhead in their bodily features, transcendental qualities, and nature. In other words, Vishnu Dutas or Vaishnavas are almost as qualified as Supreme Lord. Maharaj informed the Yamadutas that the Vishnu Dutas are no less powerful than Lord Vishnu. Since Vishnu is above Yamaraj, the Vishnu Dutas are above Yamadutas. Persons protected by the Vishnu Dutas therefore cannot be touched by Yamadutas. Bhutani Vishnu Surapujitani Durdarshalingani Mahadbhutani Rakshanti Tad Bhakti Mataha Parebhyo Mattasya Martya Natha Sarvatascha. Translation. The order carriers of Lord Vishnu, who are worshipped even by the demigods, possess powerful bodily features exactly like those of Vishnu and are very rarely seen. Vishnu Dutas protect the devotees of the Lord from the hands of enemies, from envious persons, and even from my jurisdiction, as well as from the natural disturbances. Prabhupada writes in the purport, Yamaraj has specifically described the qualities of Vishnu Dutas to convince his own servants not to be envious of them. Yamaraj warned the Yamadutas that the Vishnu Dutas are worshipped with respectful obeisances by the demigods and are always alert to protect the devotees of the Lord from the hands of enemies, from natural disturbances, and from all dangerous conditions in this material world. Sometimes the members of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness are afraid of impending danger of world war. During Prabhupada's time, there was a situation, the world situation was there. I know at G.R. Nrsimha Kshetra, devotees were making bomb-proof shelters in Germany. So I was told. I was visiting soon after they attempted that. So there was such a scare was there. Devotees, the world was scared and so were the devotees. So they would bring this up with Prabhupada, their concern. So this purport must have been written around that time. So it's just including what devotees afraid of impending danger of the world war and ask what would happen to them if war should occur. In all kinds of danger, they should be confident, Prabhupada's reply. They should be confident of their protection by the Vishnu Dutas or the Supreme Personality of Godhead as confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. Kaunteya pratijanihi name bhaktaha pranashyati. She recite this many times so that we'll be convinced that his devotee never perishes. Material danger is not meant for devotees. This is also confirmed in Srimad Bhagavatam. Padam padam yad vipadam natesham. In this material world there are dangers at every step, but they are not meant for devotees who have fully surrendered unto the lotus feet of the Lord. Pure devotees of Lord Vishnu may rest assured that Lord's protection, and as long as they are in this material world, they should fully engage in devotional service by preaching the cult of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Krishna, namely the Hare Krishna movement of Krishna consciousness. So not to worry about the war, just stay busy preaching the cult of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Krishna. This is text number 18th of chapter 3, 6.3.18. Dharmam, and first part, Prabhupada quoted this verse hundreds and hundreds of times. As you hear his lecture tapes, you will hear this. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. There are three more lines, but this part he would always. Navai vidur rushayo napi devaha na siddhya mukhya asura manushyaha kuto na vidyadhara charanadayaha. The real religious principles are enacted by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's the meaning of that first line. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Real religious principles are enacted by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So much manufacturing goes on in this world. So many religions have come into existence. So many religious principles, so-called religious principles, which most of them are just concoctions, just mere speculations. Defeat all these attempts and condemn them, expose them. Prabhupada always quoted this verse. No. Religion cannot be man-made or some organization-made. It has to be God-made and God-enacted. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. That was his mantra. Dharmam hi sakshat bhagavat pranit. Lord is behind the religion. The religion, dharma, is a creation of the Lord and not a concoction of some human being or a demigod or no one else. Just one person, and that's the Lord, creator, enactor, designer. They say the whole Bhagavad Gita is dharma, is given by the Lord. The first word of Bhagavad Gita is what? Dharma. The first word of Bhagavad Gita is dharma. First chapter, first text. Dharma kshetre kurukshetre samaveta yuyussavaha mamakaha pandavaschaiva kim kurvata sanjaya. The first word is dharma, and the last word, 18th chapter, text number, is that 78? Last word is Hariyaf. That's the beginning, and what's the last word? mama. First word is dharma, last word is mama. Mama means mine. So this whole Bhagavad Gita is my dharma, given by me. Dharma mama, mama dharma. Whole thing is mama dharma. Gita is dharma. The laws of the Lord, Prabhupada defines dharma as laws of the Lord. So here is a set of laws of the Lord. This is Bhagavad Gita. Mama dharma. Dharma means sakshat, Bhagavat pranitam. Translation. Real religious principles are enacted by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Although fully situated in mode of goodness, even the great rishis who occupy the topmost planets cannot ascertain the real religious principles, nor can the demigods or leaders of siddhas, to say nothing of the asuras, ordinary human beings, vidyadharas and charanas. The Lord has all these parties. No, they can't enact the religious principles. I mean, no demigod, no siddhas, no vidyadharas, no human beings also. Manushyaha, asuraha, siddhamukhyaha, devaha, rushayaha. No. You have to add na to before everybody. Na rushayaha, na, it is already there. Na siddha, na asuraha, na manushyaha. They cannot. Only dharmam tu sakshat, bhagavat pranitam. That's all. Only him is competent. So dharma is already there. You don't have to create another one. Why take trouble? Why duplicate? When challenged by the Vishnu Dutas to describe the principles of religion, Yamadutas said, Ena pranihito dharmaha. Yamadutas had said, Veda pranihito dharmaha. Religious principles are principles enacted in Vedic literature. They did not know, however, that the Vedic literature contains ritualistic ceremonies that are not transcendental, but are meant to keep peace and order among the materialistic persons in the material world. So what they had said was correct, but that ritualistic ceremonies are mentioned in the Vedas, and Prabhupada says they are not transcendental. Ritualistic ideas, proposals, rituals are not transcendental, but still they have a function, a role to play in a materialistic society, to keep the society peaceful. Those things are in place. Real religious principles are naistre gunya, above the three modes of material nature, or transcendental. Yamadutas did not know these transcendental religious principles, and therefore, when prevented from arresting a jamil, they were surprised. Materialistic persons who attach all their faith to the Vedic rituals are described in Bhagavad Gita 2:44, wherein Krishna says, Vedavada rataha partha nanyad asti iti vadinaha. The supposed followers of the Vedas say that there is nothing beyond the Vedic ceremonies. Indeed, there is a group of men in India who are very fond of Vedic rituals, not understanding the meaning of these rituals, which are intended to elevate one gradually to the transcendental platform of knowing Krishna. Vedesha sarvair aham eva vedyaha. Those who do not know this principle, but who simply attach their faith to the Vedic rituals are called Vedavada rataha. Herein it is stated that the real religious principle is that which is given by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That principle is stated in Bhagavad Gita, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraj. One should give up all other duties and surrender unto the lotus feet of Krishna. That is a real religious principle everyone should follow. Even though one follows Vedic scriptures, one may not know this transcendental principle, for it is not known to everyone. To say nothing of human beings, even the demigods in upper planetary systems are unaware of it. This transcendental religious principle must be understood from the personality, Godhead directly, or from his special representative as stated in the next verse, and that will be stated at 11 o'clock. So we are halfway through the third chapter of the 6th canto,